Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock.
If you just break it down in individual terms, he played really well last week. 0 interceptions, 3 touchdown passes. Not a whole lot more he could have done to win that game. But you know something's funny, when we talked to him, all he focused on were throws he missed, other opportunities that didn't get done.
Good sign of a leader.
Great sign of a leader, because they didn't win, and that's all he cares about.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a game in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there, because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and that'll make it third down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Wilson, the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. A big gain of 31 on third down.
You had to figure they'd take a shot downfield on 3rd and long, so the old cliche came into mind right away for me. Who wants it more? You always hear about receivers, you hear about their hands, their moves, their speed. How about the positioning and the desire to go get that one out of the air?
This is Carson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The numbers on the ground for Carson last week: 21 carries, 91 yards, and a touchdown.
So he scored his 8th touchdown on the ground last week, and most guys I know, they want to get into round numbers. So, 10 is really the goal. And this is one sport where being selfish and scoring touchdowns is a good thing. Look for he and the offense to try and get him in there at least twice in this game.
7 yards there and a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A well-executed 22-yard gain. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help.
And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jeff Wilson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The throw there finding its way to Boyle. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsey. 10 carries, 54 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Ready?
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And this is going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Carson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
They'll run on 1st down. Grant. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action here on 1st down. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Alert, 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 alert.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mike Evans hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Block now to throw. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 yards on the pickup there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd and 1. Lock. And it's caught. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught by Evans. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Wilson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Locke going to throw. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield, try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get position for at least 3 points.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he'll be out right at the 35. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Wilson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit,
But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Set, ready? 70, Indy.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Lock now on first down. This is the tight end Fant.
Let's go, let's go.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
That's it.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this score will stay right where it is. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get...
There you have it. Halftime quickly. Third quarter, here we go. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On second down now, it's Grant. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
52 is the mic right
Hey, dude.
On third down, Eason. He's got Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off play action. Eason, he'll buy some time right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. From the 9, here's 2nd and 9. They look to throw. It's Locke. He'll find Lindsey here. And I think the ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
L.J. Collier able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner. And I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Mike Evans and the rest of the offensive unit heading back out there now. He's having a day here in quarter number 3. Over 100 yards, couple touchdowns. Every receiver's hope for when they head into that game in the National Football League.
And his team is loving what he's giving them. Of course, the yardage is terrific, but I think it's what you mentioned, the 2 touchdowns. That's the big one because he's paying off his results downfield.
And still more time here, 3rd quarter. We'll see what else he has in store for us. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is Grant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Looking to throw. Eason. And that is incomplete.
Well, struggles continue. Open targets, and he keeps missing them, pressing way too much. He may have a big arm, but until he learns how to harness it and have some touch, he's going to continue to struggle.
Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Locke now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. From the 36, Locke. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll run here with Freeman. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. This will be caught just inside the 10. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Lock now on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes, because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. To throw on 2nd down, Eason.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason completes it to Jennings. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Grant. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Seattle.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason. That's caught by Jennings. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. On 1st down, Grant. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd and 9 now. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Looking to throw. Eason. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Gary Jennings, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense.
60 outlaw.
Clock now on first down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Cooper was the target there.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
At the 17-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. Fighting him off, and some room to work. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. 4th and short, got a whole lot more than he bargained for. He almost scored.
Yeah, how about that? Because you know how it is when you get all those bodies near the line of scrimmage. You often get engaged by blockers, and you can't get your hands on the ball carrier. And he breaks free, and he goes almost the distance.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. So the victory here for Seattle. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. But this is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'll be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't they?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one didn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on.
Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my whole team. We a pot of gold. I'ma